Warriors!
Yes, sir.
Warriors!
Yes, sir.
Your baritone has reduced because some of you have fallen off.
Every single thing you've learned on the journey here will count.
It's a new day in the jungle with the final 10, and now it is every man for himself. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One, where I talk the Gulder Ultimate Search. As you can see, I am in the jungle. Tonight's episode was twists and turns and a lot of things. Well, let's talk about how it went down today. Today being Sunday, I feel like the fact that the Gulder Ultimate Search is about to come to an end, a lot of things will be happening very differently. Now today, the focus was not on, their morning routine or anything. We went straight to the task, and today's task was called Memory Jog. What the warriors had to do was, first of all, note that they were no longer in any clan. Everybody is now on their own. And then secondly, Memory Jog had to do with breaking down puzzle boards and then rebuilding them. Now these puzzle boards that were actually erected already had like the former logo of Gulder. So all they had to do was to break down these puzzle boards with tennis balls and then rebuild them into the new logo of Gulder. While it looks so simple, Tokemakiwa was like, Apparently before they could even go into the task, Tokemakiwa was going to show them images. They had to memorize these images and then recollect them. So when Tokemakiwa comes and says, what is image number 6? You'll be able to get it. If you do not get it, you won't be able to move on to the next task. So Tokemakiwa starts and then she shows them these images and then she asks, what is the fourth image that I have shown you? And apparently 8 of the warriors were able to get it right. I would say that today was not really a good day. Was not a good day for Osaz and Chidima. Chidima and Osaz were not able to get what the fourth image was. So while the other contestants of the warriors were already there, breaking down their puzzle boards and then trying to rebuild them, Chidima and Osaz were still behind, trying to figure out what the images were. So Tokemakiwa goes back to them and she says, what is the 6th image? Then Chidima and Osaz get it and they joined their fellow warriors and they were able to break down their puzzle boards. Now moving to building the new puzzle boards, it was just a little bit difficult, just a little bit. And then 8 of the warriors were able to get their own puzzle boards correctly, only for Chidima and Osaz to be the last people standing. And Tokemakiwa said it, make sure whatever you do, make sure you do not come last. If you come last, you're going home. So it was between Chidima and Osaz, and after waiting for 6 hours, this task was 6 hours they were waiting. Chidima and Osaz were trying to build for 6 hours and they still didn't get it. Kule was like, you know what, right now, please, it's time for us to move on. So I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. Anybody that gets close to, getting the image correctly will be the winner, and then the other person will have to go home. At that point, I was really thinking that why didn't these guys just use time to just check the other people's own to see what was going on? And secondly, Tokemakiwa even hinted that there was the image in front. So you have just used that to lead them to building the puzzles, but they didn't see it. After the 5 minutes, Kunle stops them and then Tokemakiwa says, you know what, you guys should go back to the jungle. I will see you at the place of the talking drum. Now, before the place of the talking drum tonight, something that has never happened in the jungle happened today. The warriors were taken to a bonfire where they had a special guest, and this special guest was Bob Manuel. So for all those who have been watching the Gulder Ultimate Search since when we were very small, like we were children, you remember that Bob Manuel was one of the anchors of the Gulder Ultimate Search. And in fact, he was the anchor that led to the winning of Kunle Remy, who is the current taskmaster, for season 7. When Kunle became the winner, Bob Manuel was the anchor at that point in time. So Bob Manuel was there, and then Kunle was like, meet my mentor, my beginning, my everything. He has taught me. And then Bob Manuel was like, you've done well. I like the way you're carrying on the whole business. I was like, hey, she's okay, it's all right. Now he goes on to talk with the warriors and encourages them. And there was meat. Apparently they haven't been eating meat as much as they would if they were outside the jungle, and there was drinks as well. And there was a lot of singing.
Coming from the jungle saying, om, om, om,
You gotta come.
Yakari has a very nice voice. Now, these guys were asked to go back to their camp and enjoy their meat and their drinks and, just relax. As they were going back into their camp, people were like, okay, we're not going to have a place where we're talking drum. Thank God, we are safe for tonight. They get into the camp and they find Tokemakinwa standing there. Not only was she standing there, she was standing in black. And when you see someone that is wearing black plus black lipstick, you'll be panicked. You'll be scared. The moment they saw her, in fact, their expression was just priceless.
I bet you did not all expect to see me here tonight.
At that point in time, all the fun, all the vibe just went down, and then Toke calls on Chidima and Osaz talking about today's task, and she says Chidima actually did well. She was close to winning, and that meant that Osaz had to leave. He was evicted from the Gulder Ultimate Search. Now, while that was happening, and then Tokemakinwa told Osaz to leave, Esima finds another boomerang, which makes it 2 boomerangs that Esima has right now. Talking about the boomerang, I remember that Osaz was the very first person to find a boomerang on the Gulder Ultimate Search. So I was just thinking in my mind that Osaz will not be evicted from the show. But when I saw him talking to the organizers and saying it was a good run, I'm happy to be part of the 10 finalists, I was like, really? And then boom, 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 Osaz was actually evicted from the show, and apparently he left. I was now wondering that what happened to the boomerang that the guy saw. Apparently it just makes me remember what Tokemakinwa was saying. Now, when she talked about the boomerang, she said the boomerang may save you from going home, may give you a second life. It's not certain that you're going to have a second life because you have a boomerang, and apparently that's what happened. And so right now the Warriors are 9 on the jungle, and like I said at the beginning of the show, it is every man for himself. I'm having my eyes on a lot of them. Estima, Odudu, Damola, Rachel, Chidima, Damilola. I mean, like, it gets more intense with every passing moment. But don't worry, I'll be right here to give you the lowdown as the show progresses. From me to you, I say thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Lucy's Quick One about the Gulder Ultimate Search. Stay safe and remember to enjoy every moment. From the jungle, I say, peace out.